lately when I get in my car, in my van sometimes, and I turn the ignition, nothing happens. It's almost like it's a totally dead battery. Only it's not. I have a brand new battery, the connections are clean and all that. But after maybe the second or third time, it'll start. Now, I'm not sure if that's indicative of a starter or something else. If you know, put it down in the comments, because while I'm a reluctant mechanic, meaning that I work on things when I have to, absolutely have to, I don't like to, and I don't consider myself a real true mechanic. Like, I can replace the alternator, the starter, if it ends up being the starter, I can do that, things like that, belts, serpentine belt, even a water pump if I'm motivated to do so, but I don't think I'll ever be motivated like that again. So anyway, that said, yeah, I'm just kind of wondering what it is. It's got a good battery charge, like I say, new terminals, new connections, and a new battery, but it's just nothing, and then it starts. So I'm thinking maybe the starter. So let me know if you know. Oh, I got it this morning, cooked breakfast for the family, and I don't know what it is, but have you ever woke up and your day is like, I can't really explain it, but almost like a pervasive sadness or something? Like, I'm thinking maybe I had a bad dream last night or something, or a sad dream, or some kind of a dream that now it's affecting my waking hours. I'm not sure, but that's how I feel, this pervasive sadness. I'm starting to get over it, but this morning it was really bad. Everything went wrong when I was making breakfast. Like, I was boiling some milk and it boiled over onto the stove, went all over the place. Spoons that I was using to mix, like, I made cream of rice this morning, is one of the things I made, and it like fell out of the pot and went onto the floor. It had the milk and rice on it, and it went all over the place. I dropped some stuff. I made a mess with making the coffee mocha drink this morning. It's like everything was just off this morning. It's like I need to reset. So that's what I'm hoping to do now, actually. I'm going to go get a cup of coffee, and I'm hoping just like to reset my day. So I wanted to make hash browns. I didn't have time to peel potatoes and cut and shred and do all that to potatoes, fresh potatoes. So what I did is we had a couple of cans of the round potatoes, the little whole potatoes in a can. So those were easier. I opened up those and I shredded them. Didn't know how it was going to turn out. I shredded them. I diced a lot of little onion and put in it, mixed it up in it. I put some onion powder in it, some salt, and I put a little bit of cooking oil and butter on the bottom of a pan, and then I started it out in the oven. And after about 15 or 20 minutes, I realized it really wasn't going to brown, because we all like them brown, like crisp in areas and then soft in areas, kind of a mixture. So last minute, I didn't have long before my wife came out of her office. I put them in a pan and started cooking them on the stove, and that browned them up and crisp, just like we liked them. But I wasn't sure how they were going to taste. I was very like, they're canned potatoes, how are they going to taste? But my wife said they're really good, really good. And my oldest son said that they taste like what you would get in a restaurant. So, I mean, I have to take that as a compliment, because we all love the hash browns that you get in, restaurants like Waffle House and things like that. So that turned out good. Of course, the cream of rice, I had rice and I had to grind it up into a powder, and I used 1 cup of rice to 5 cups of liquid, and that would be 3 cups of water and 2 cups of milk. and I sweetened it with brown sugar. And that was really good. That's always a winner. That's always good. So, then we had boiled eggs. We love boiled eggs. We usually have like a little fruit, grapes, apples, something like that on the side. So, I guess all is well that ends well, because it ended well. Everybody liked the breakfast, and I was very apprehensive about it. Didn't think it was going to turn out. A lot of things kept happening. But, yeah. I'm going to go get a cup of coffee. To, like I say, try to just turn my day around. Cleanup was disastrous. I always clean up after myself when I cook. I don't like leave it for my wife or anything like that. Just because I did the cooking, I don't expect her to come out and clean up. It took a while to clean up because the milk had cooked on around parts of the stove. Because there was a lot of milk. It boiled over. I had to clean up the floor, the counter, all these different things that I used. Pans and trays that was in the oven. I think I used 3 frying pans. I was like a mess this morning. Beautiful day. Today, we have a third car, which is like an older Ford Explorer. Got a new battery for it yesterday. It starts right up. It needs a new timing chain, and we're just going to sell it for a little bit of money to get it out of the yard. Not much, $1,500 or whatever. Anyway, there's like 3 or 4 people that want to come over and see it, and it's real dirty, so I need to wash the outside because it's just been sitting there for like a year and a half now, something like that. So that's my big thing today. I want to wash the car outside, clean on the inside, vacuum, just kind of get it into a state of existence that someone can come over and look at it. And, I'll probably have someone as early as tomorrow if they want to come over and look at it. So, that's really probably is going to be my day. Church tonight. We have church tonight. So I'm going to go get my coffee. I'll see you in a little bit. Where is the little thing? The little thing. There it is. That wasn't it. My day continues being weird. Like I can't remember how to... Oh, yeah. I couldn't remember. So what's going on? Jeez. Guy in there was reading the J.K. Rowling Harry Potter, book. And I told him because it reminded me that I found 3 or 4, I don't know how many, 3 I think, of the hardback books with the dust cover in excellent condition, and they were all first editions. And I have them at the house somewhere. Of course, I'll sell them because I don't care anything about Harry Potter. I actually fell asleep during the movie, I think twice, because I couldn't stay awake. Anyway. This time of year I always think about my mom because she passed away October 31st, 2011. So we're coming up on 14 years since I lost my mom. Sometimes it seems like yesterday. I can still hear her voice, and we used to go out a lot and get coffee. But then other times it feels like, 14 years. Seems like a long time. My dad, on the other hand, I lost him 3 weeks before I got married, before we had our wedding. And, back in 1994. So he's been away from me for quite a while now. I was close to my mom. I was close to my dad. I was close to both of them. I had a good childhood. You know, they loved me. They treated me good. You know, we didn't do a lot. Like, we didn't go on vacation a lot. I mean, we did sometimes. Like, I remember we went to Maggie Valley, North Carolina, Cherokee and all that. Back when it was really Cherokee, it was a really cool town, and I don't like it now. I mean, I'll just get it out there. I don't really care. You know what anybody thinks. I don't like Cherokee now. It's too commercialized and it's just different, you know. So, but it was really nice back then. And yeah, I remember going to what's that town in the sky? Ruby? No, I forgot what it's called. Anyway, it's in Maggie Valley. Can't remember what it's called. I mean, my wife and family and we went out there about a year ago, I guess. You know, into the parking lot and looked around, and they still had like the old little train that I guess took you around the park or whatever. Yeah, the office and all that is still there, but I hear that, you know, the actual theme park is pretty much in a state of defunct. It's like really dilapidated. So anyway, I remember going there. It's a shame I don't have any kind of you know, movies or film of that, but I don't. Yeah, I know you're probably tired of me saying it, but this is my favorite place to sit in town. I like sitting here. But yeah, that's all I'm going to do today. I don't have a big day planned. I don't know what you guys are up to. Hope you're doing something interesting. Well, right now you're watching the video. If you're watching the video, I guess that's what you're doing. So, arguably, it could be interesting or it may not be. But anyway, I'm glad you're here if you're here. And if you're not going to hear me anyway. You're not going to see it. So, forget it. Let's just get on. Let's move on from that. Yeah. Yeah, there goes a dump truck. I mean, garbage truck. It's like it was turning that corner like on two wheels. That dude was like, man, I want to get around this corner fast. Maybe the light was about to change. He was literally almost on two wheels. I mean, going around. It looked ridiculous. Big old garbage truck going around the corner. Yeah, he was moving on, man. He's got garbage to get, I guess. I don't know. Of course, I guess they're what sanitation engineers, you know. They give everybody these politically correct titles because they think they're going to be offended. It's like everybody in our country seems to be offended over every little thing now. Anyway, I'm not a politically correct person. I mean, I'm not. So, I mean, I don't intentionally go around offending people, but if I say something that offends somebody, it's like, well, you know, it is what it is. To me, growing up and everything, that was a garbage truck. It wasn't a sanitation engineer vehicle. Whatever. This thing, man, this iris is killing me. Okay, I lock it into place and then, okay, it's locked into place. And it's okay, I guess, as long as you stay stationary. But if you know, move around and change the camera position, then, you know, it gets really bright or dark. And then it becomes just a hassle. You have to just hit it again and let it go wild. Oh, I'm tired. But I should have went out to the park today in the forest. It's one of those days I feel like I could go somewhere and crawl in the back of the van and just go to sleep. Nobody know I'm back there. Just zonk out. Which, kind of indicates that maybe I didn't sleep good last night, so maybe I did have a bad dream. I don't know. I'm trying to remember. Seems like I woke up at some point and felt kind of weird. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I just woke up this morning and it just felt weird. Looks like they manicured the hedges. Seem like they're like a lot taller than that yesterday. I guess it was yesterday, maybe the day before. Yeah, I'm pretty sure of it. I feel like I'm more exposed now. Ah! You gonna see? Let me show you. See, they look like they're freshly manicured. They're all nice and even, no stray twig sticking out, limb or whatever. I know they were mowing here the other day, but I left before they were finished, so I bet they trimmed this was like 2 days ago. I bet they trimmed those bushes before they left. That's the fusion noodle shop that's going to open up very soon. There we go. Yeah. Oh, I got my first free coffee after getting my coffee card that he reminded me to get for the last 35 years. Every time I went in there, well, you need to get a coffee card. You need to get a coffee card. I finally got a coffee card. This is my 6th cup since I got my coffee card. And it was a freebie. Anyway, that's all that's going on in my life. One day I'll get motivated and start working on the back. The interior where I want to put maybe, I don't know, some wood. Not really cabinets, but I guess cabinets. They're not typical cabinets. I just want to make something that is so high that covers the fender well and maybe lifts up and I can store things in it. And maybe on one side have a stationary surface and maybe put a burner or two in there that I can, make my coffee more stable than just like sitting this on the floor and having the pot up here, going like this. But yeah, I have to get motivated first and find the time. Because time is going by like so quickly, it seems like. It's like I wake up, I cook breakfast, ba-da-da, it's noon, ba-da-da, it's time to start wrapping up the day, it's time to read, out of the Bible, and it's time to go to bed. Because, we still do that. We still read. I read, we have a Bible app. So there's like a quote of the day from the Bible, scripture. I play that on my phone, and then we listen, to the guy talk about it or the woman talk about it, explain this, that, and the other. And then I read the 91st Psalm, the 23rd Psalm, and the Lord's Prayer every night. And then my wife reads like random passages from different books, So that's just what we do every night before we go to bed, and then we go to bed. We do that in the living room. We pile up in the living room together and we read, and then we go to bed. We disperse into our own little areas. My wife and I, we have the same little area. That's it. That's all I'm going to do. What I'm going to do now is just sit here and relax, drink my coffee, eat a little snack that I got that I shouldn't have, and watch some kind of horror YouTube videos. Like 2 days ago, it was about some guy who had bought a new house, and when he got to the new house, it was his house, but kind of slid behind the refrigerator somewhere was a little note, and it had rules that you had to follow for the house, things that you had to do, and he kind of scoffed at it in the beginning, but then later he adhered to them because he had to. Anyway, like I said before, just that kind of stuff that turns your mind to jelly. But I'm going to go, guys. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Leave a comment, like, dislike, whatever. And and I urge you, like I've been urging you a lot lately, I know, and I'm probably getting tired of hearing me say this, but just pick up the Bible and read the 91st Psalm and make it personal to you and your family and your loved ones, and provides you, your family, my kids, my wife, me. He sends his angels to my kids, to my wife, to me, watches over us. God protects my kids, my wife, me, my loved ones, that kind of thing. Make it real personal. God loves you. I appreciate you so much. God loves you. God bless you guys, and I'll see you real soon. Take care.